Mary Beth Wiley. While in the Sea Org, did you come across other groups similar to Scientology using international waters to evade their respective government? Also, would you equate Hubbard's Sea Org to Jim Jones's Jonestown? I guess what I'm asking is, would you consider the ship used as an isolation tool? Thanks, Mary Beth, for the question. I was never on the ship, certainly not with Hubbard, and I've never been on the Free Winds either, so I can't speak to other groups that might be out there trolling around on the ocean in order to evade, the tax man or other legal authorities. It would stand to reason that there would be some folks out there doing that, but I never ran into any of them. Now, as far as the ship being used as an isolation tool, yes, that was one of the side effects, I suppose you could say, of Hubbard getting out onto the ocean and sailing around in the Mediterranean and off the coast of Spain and Portugal and France, those areas, which is where he tended to stay. And then, of course, you have the Free Winds now, which started sailing in the 1980s and has been running around in the Caribbean, docking at the ABC Islands and also Colombia. So, again, I'm not familiar with that area. I don't know a whole lot about it. I have never been on the ship, either one of these boats. But I do know that Hubbard was seeking to stay away from the authorities, and so his crew was also in effect, isolated and alone on those boats for a good long time when they were out on the water, or even when they were sometimes in port. They didn't necessarily go ashore, and it wasn't like they were always out on vacation and stuff. I mean, I'm sure they enjoyed their shore leave when they got it, and sometimes they really enjoyed their shore leave. The ship was, it depends on who you talk to and during what time period as to how much freedom of mobility and even freedom of thought they had. Hubbard was kind of up and down on a few different spectrums. And so sometimes he was acting like Captain Bligh, and other times he was the kindly, gentle, grandfatherly type. So it really depended on what kind of mood he was in as to how much freedom people on the boats or ships would have. But as far as I can speak to the fact that the Free Winds now has been used to exile people too. Not frequently, according to some of the stories that I've heard. This has only happened a few times, but even one is a few too many, where Scientologists who get in bad for some reason end up, and by that's I mean Sea Org members now. I've never heard of a public Scientologist or even a staff member being put off on the Free Winds or being sent there and being kept there under some kind of isolation or prison sentence or something. But apparently that has been done with a few Sea Org members, and they've managed to escape or get out of there, and that's how we know something about that. So I don't know, that's pretty much, I don't really have a lot to elaborate on with that. That's pretty much what I can tell you, and I hope that answers your question.